Hi, this is Paul. I wanted to make a quick video about the whole Ja Morant, gun situation, him being suspended for the second time, uh, you know, having a gun on Instagram Live. Again, I have zero sympathy for Ja Morant. Okay, want to be a gangster. All the incidents he had in the past and stuff, and they kind of gave him a light slap on the wrist the first time he got caught with a gun. Went to some fake rehab thing for eight days, and I think for less than 2 weeks, and then went back to the team and stuff. And it's just like I said, Shannon Sharpe is right. Okay, he wants to be a gangster thug. He's lost over $40 million. Okay, trying to be a thug. So I'm done with him. But I also want to make mention of something that Chris Broussard said on Fox Sports Radio, and I think First Things First, about him basically saying, just because he's a young black man, it's not illegal for him to have a gun, and maybe if this was Bryce Harper or another white guy or something, maybe they wouldn't have come down hard on him. First of all, don't give me that, Chris Broussard. I'm not buying that at all. Okay, don't try to go to black man sympathy stuff. Ja Morant has no reason to act so childish, okay, so immature, so wannabe gangster, okay, carrying a gun, okay. And first of all, the NBA is not the government, okay, so the NBA has their own set of rules, okay. And Ja Morant signed a contract, which I'm sure on that contract it had like conduct, a certain code of conduct that he had to maintain, and of course he couldn't do it. He didn't do it, okay. And of course this idiot who got busted with a gun, and it seemed to came back and tried to act like he was contrite, but obviously he wasn't, because you see him in a car hanging out with the same dude he was hanging out with before when he got into all this other trouble, and he's flashing a gun again. Just stupid, just silly and stupid and immature. Okay, I don't have no other words for that. But Chris Broussard, don't try to bring that up, saying it's about race. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, Chris Broussard, if Ja Morant was going hunting, okay, and it had pictures like, say, him and his boys with their shotguns and stuff, posing for a picture and stuff, nobody would say something. Nobody would say anything about that. They say, "Oh, okay, Ja Morant, I didn't know he was in hunting. Okay, him and his boys there, they got shotguns and they're out in the woods. Okay, I didn't know they hunt." Nobody would say anything about that. Or if Ja Morant was actually, like, say he was at a hunting range or something with a gun, something, so nobody would say anything about that because it's perfectly legal. The NBA has standards, okay, and they don't want their image of their league being of gun-toting thugs. They don't want that. That's not the image the NBA wants to project. And I got a feeling, like I said, I think Adam Silver, who probably feels like an idiot right now for going so light on Ja Morant, is probably going to hit him with a half a game season. I know JJ Redick this morning on ESPN First Take said, they'll probably just double the suspension from 8 games to 16 games. No, they want to send a message, I think, to Ja Morant and anybody else that wants to do this. I think they're going to give him. I think he's going to get at least half a season. I think, without a doubt, and he's going to have to prove that he's actually changed. He's probably going to have to go through a bunch of protocols, and he's probably going to lose that Nike deal and any other endorsement he has right now at the moment. Just being an idiot, wanting to be a thug. Okay, and his father needs to learn. Stop trying to be a friend to your son and be a father. Okay, and tell him that he's blowing it. Okay, he secured the bag, but yet he wants to be a thug for some reason. For some stupid reason, he wants to be a thug. Okay, and there's only 2 places that thugs go. They either go to jail or they either die. Okay, so he can have his choice if he wants to be a thug. Okay. In real life. But again, I just disagree so much with what Chris Broussard said. If this was a white guy or Bryce Harper or somebody else. No, first of all, they would have been saying anything if it was if it was Major League Baseball and you see him flashing a gun in a car or something, or Instagram Live. Of course they would. You don't think the Major League Baseball will come down hard on Bryce Harper and you see him flashing a gun on an Instagram thing, or in a strip club flashing a gun? You don't think the Major League Baseball will come down hard? Of course they would. Okay, they have rules and standards, so don't try to put it off on a race thing, Chris Broussard. When you said that, totally turned me off, and I think normally you're, okay, broadcaster, but you totally turned me off with that, trying to equate it, just because. And there's also this, but besides all that, as a young black man, okay, and you hanging out in a car, do you know how dangerous that is? Exactly, in this day and age. Okay, if somebody saw you hanging out in the car and called the cops on you, say, "Oh, there's a weapon in the car," and we got these two black guys hanging out in the car, blasting music and flashing guns, you don't think cops would have pulled up there? Maybe even the SWAT team would have pulled up on him and shot him and asked questions later. Okay, so it's dangerous as a black man for him to be, flashing guns here and then, trying to be a wannabe thug. Okay, so I have zero sympathy with Ja Morant, and I hope he gets 50. I hope he gets half the season. I really do, because he needs to learn the lesson. Okay, he really needs to learn. There's consequences. There's consequences for his actions, and he's going to have to learn the hard way. Because unfortunately, they gave him an opportunity, and he's basically spit in their face. And I know Adam Silver was probably sitting there pissed off, saying, "Listen, he needs to stop trying to be a friend with these NBA players, okay, and be more like David Stern." Okay, in David Stern league, I guarantee you, Ja Morant would have probably got suspended, probably for the rest of the season. That first time he got caught with that gun, and now the second season he probably would have suspended him for the whole season. That's how David Stern did not play. He suffered fools easily. So, as far as I'm concerned, he needs to get at least half the season, maybe the whole season, if they want to do it that way. And I have no sympathy for Ja Morant, okay? Because he has everything going for him, but he wants to be a thug. He wants to act like a thug, okay? Okay, go ahead, be a thug. You're going to be a thug, okay? And watch how quick your friends run away from you when you don't have any money, okay? So, see, those so-called friends that hang out with you, at least maybe even your father should have been slapping you upside the head and telling you to act right. But it is what it is. But anyway, let me know what you think of this whole Ja Morant thing. I just think it's just disgusting and really stupid on his part. Okay, so he's hopefully, for his sake, I hope this time he learns this lesson. Okay, and Christopher Broussard did say one other thing that I did think was relevant when he said that maybe one of these gangsters out there are going to try to test him. I say, you want to be a thug? Okay, you want to be a real gangster? Okay, and pull up on him. Heaven forbid if that happens. Okay, because Ja Morant's trying to play a thug. Okay, when he's not really a thug. So you got to be very careful about that. And hopefully this time he'll actually pay attention and change the people around you and change your behavior. Okay, and hopefully that helps. Anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also a link to my main channel, Trepacer, in the description box as well. Also have a link, excuse me, down below to my Patreon. I want to say a special thank you to my Patreon. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me. Always have my back. And again, my Patreon is only $5 a month. I have tons of content on there, tons of unedited content on there. Everything from Marvel shows to DC shows to the sci-fi shows, Star Wars shows like Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Book of Boba Fett, The Mandalorian. Okay. Also movies as well. So follow link, only $5 a month if you want to join. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel and I truly appreciate it. Also hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.